Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to talk about ways to make income from home. So these are four of the less common ways to make income from home, or maybe just the ways that people don't really think about. So I'm just going to cover these topics. First, we're going to start with the event moderator slash host, then the audiobook narrator, then we're going to jump one and go to the online quality maps analyst, and then we're going to go back to the transcriptionist. So this list will definitely grow. I will do another video in the future as I find more less common ways to make income from home, but for now, these are the ways that we are going to cover today. So basically, we should all be looking for ways to make more money and stay safe as well. So we want to generate multiple sources of income, or at least you should be looking to create multiple streams of income. So basically, we'll talk about the first two, like I said, then we'll do the last one, and then we'll go back to the third one. Okay, here we go. So right before I explain what an event moderator slash host is, I just want to let you guys know that you don't have to have a lot of money to get started on most of these jobs. A lot of the at-home jobs do require you to, or starting your own business does require you to have money and certain equipment to do the job, but with these, it doesn't really require that. Most of the stuff that it requires, you probably already have at home. So that's why these are some of the easiest ways to get started. So there's a lot of companies and organizations and people looking for moderators. And let's just talk about what it is. So a moderator is someone who makes sure speakers and or presenters of online platforms and learning slash teaching others are running smoothly to make sure viewers and listeners get the most out of their virtual event. Obviously, with it being pandemic times, this is more important than ever. People need to get the right amount of information for their time and money, and they want to be productive, and most of the times we have to do it online now. So there's just a short list there of the things that you'll need. Again, most people might already have these things at their hands, but some people may not. If you don't, it would be good to try and invest in even just the first two things, because not just for these online opportunities, but for other online opportunities, it is beneficial to have these so that you can generate more income from home. Even if you have a 9 to 5 job, it's still a good idea to get a second one and generate more income for yourself. So, moderators generally take care of housekeeping during webinars and online conference calls and virtual events. This can be done from the safety of your home, and all you need is a computer, laptop, and possibly a landline phone. Although a lot of people don't have landline phones nowadays. I mean, it's 2021, but some people do. Some companies do require a landline phone. I'm currently an event moderator on the side, and I did get a landline phone in order to help me to do the job better. And yeah, so this role consists of announcing guests and speakers and hosting questions and answer periods. And the bonus is it's also a great way to make connections by networking with the presenters of these events. This role can pay anywhere from minimum wage to 20 an hour and or more. It's definitely something you should look into. So the next one is audiobook narrator. So with the audiobook narrator, what is it? It's a person who reads audiobooks and novels, right? Turning them into audio content, right? And they read these for authors so they can get audiobooks out to their listeners. So, if you like reading and helping others, this may be the perfect role for you. New and old books and novels are always getting turned into audiobooks nowadays. So, that's where you come in. You will most of the time be in charge of finding the books and the authors you can work with. So there is websites that do provide the authors to you, but then you basically have to audition for the role. They might ask you to do a little audio piece to see if your voice is matching what the feel and what they want for that audiobook. So yeah, you'll have to submit a sample of your narration skills before you can get assigned a book or novel. You'll also need to create a small studio or area that's kind of soundproof or as quiet as possible, and buy a high quality microphone and or headset. Uh, just it's quite a self-run position, so but it can be super fun to get to narrate books and novels on topics that you enjoy. Again, you can sign up online with a reputable company where authors are looking for narrators for their written content. They pay on a per assignment basis, so this would not really be an hourly thing. It would kind of be a set price, a set fee charged for you narrating these audiobooks or book each time. So let's talk about the online quality maps analyst. And this is number 3, guys. So if you pay attention to detail and you also like geography, this is something you can look into. I myself have just recently figured out about this method of making money from home. This involves a lot of research, though, and organization. You'll be required to have a lot of knowledge about places on maps, of course. So you'll be creating maps and maintaining data. This again is a paid on per assignment basis, and the hours will depend on the assignments you receive. Some of them do pay hourly, but it all depends on the company. Lionbridge is well known for hiring quality maps analysts online. So, that's something that you can look into once again. But, the things that you'll need, pretty much the same thing for the other 2 roles. You'll need desktop, laptop, computer. You'll need strong research skills for this, though. And you'll need attention to detail. And you'll kind of need to know a lot about maps and places, because that's pretty much your job. You're supposed to make sure that the information is accurate so that when people look these things up about places, they know exactly what they need to know. So that's pretty much what would be your job as a quality maps analyst. And yeah, so let's move on to the next one, guys. So this is the final one. It's the transcriptionist. Now, the transcriptionist, what is it? It's a specialist in documentation. So you're listening and recording meetings and converting them into written documentation. A lot of transcriptionists do work in legal and medical fields and topics. So that is to be noted if you are looking to get into this type of work from home situation. Pretty much it's the same things you'll need for the other roles I've mentioned earlier. But I want to note the reason why I left this one for last. It's because I believe personally that this is the hardest thing to do out of the roles that I mentioned in this presentation. More likely than not, companies want you to have more than a high school level education to get this type of job. So we're looking at post secondary and we're looking at college, possibly university type level. So, if you're somebody in high school or you didn't finish college, drop out or whatever, this might not be such a good thing to try and sink your teeth into, because they do judge heavily in the interviewing process on grammar, spelling, all these kinds of things. And also, you have to have good fast typing skills. So we're looking at maybe even up to 90 words per minute or more. So, if you don't type really well or you type kind of slow and you're an average typer, it might not be the best thing to get into. You might want to look at one of the other stuff, because if typing is not your strong suit, I mean, transcription is pretty much typing. So if it's not your strong suit, you may want to reconsider looking into this one. So yeah, like I said, they mostly test your grammar, and preferably they'll possibly want to look for someone with medical and or legal background, because most of it is medical and legal terminology they may want you to know. Doesn't necessarily mean, once again, that all of them are like this, but a good majority of them are. If you do have a medical and legal background, this might be something that you would want to look into. You might have the upper hand with this one. But yeah, these things that I've listed about this role, it just makes it getting it a bit more difficult. But again, it depends on the company you find and the company you apply to and what kind of things that they are trying to transcript and the type of clients that they have. So, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope it was helpful for you. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in my next video.